Hello, it's Keto Kouch. I'm not on the couch. The couch is over there. You guys can see it. I'm sitting at the table. I was doing some paperwork and catching up on some TV that I missed over the weekend. And I thought, you know what? I need to talk about my event and how great it went. And then also, I did some research on sugar. And so I wanted to kind of talk about sugar and it kind of leads into my, hi Tanya, hey, when are you leaving on your trip? Hi Karen. So it ties into what I learned at my event. So how is everybody tonight? We'll wait for a few more people to get on here and we'll go from there. So if you're, can't wait to hear all about it. When are you leaving on your trip? So, share this out. I'm going to have some good value here in a little bit. We're going to talk about sugar, and I found some really good. I did a bunch of research on, and just I've done lives before on sugar, but this has some interesting things that maybe I just didn't know or I haven't talked to you guys about before. Oh, July 20th. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was like tomorrow or something. I thought it was because I was going to take you to Seattle with me, remember? So anyway, okay, so let's go on. So this event, I found out about it last minute by a friend of mine that they were looking for a keto distributor. So I found out about it, and they had one in August, which I signed up for. And then this one, she said, I do have a table at this one. Do you want to do it? So I decided to do it and just kind of get out there. And I've never done anything like that in this business. Now I've done Party Light and I've done all kinds of businesses that were great. And I love network marketing. I think it's a great way to make a living. I think it's a fun way to shop, especially the party plan thing. I love that, and it's such a nice way to be more personal, and you can, especially for moms, what a great job. And so I didn't even hesitate when I started this business, because it was like, I've done a couple and I was very successful, but sometimes you just get burnt out on it. And then I bought a restaurant, and that kind of takes all my time. But I'm ready to phase out of that part of my life and move on into something more rewarding. So anyway, I do this event and I decide that I'm just going to go and I'm going to talk to everybody and I'm going to help. And I had all these big plans and what was going to happen and how it was going to work. And I get there and it's a great event and there's lots of people, but lots of vendors, but not a lot of people. So, the first day I was unable to go because I had to work, because I had a couple people quit. So that was okay, but I went Friday night and checked it out, and it looks, pretty cool. So then Saturday I get there to set up, and I'm all set up, and it's kind of slow. There's not a lot of people coming in and out, and I start doing my thing. And what I'm realizing, first of all, is that I have to explain a lot of what it is, what keto is, what low carb is, and how my product helps people and how it can help them. And it's a lot of discussion. And then the worst part about it was, and I'm not saying worst as in this was a bad experience, because it certainly was not, but worst was how sad it was how people weren't educated, and what are considered sugars and what are considered carbs, and it was just really, my world is about this. All my friends are about it. Majority of my friends, should I say. Not everybody on my friend list is keto or low carb, but a lot of them are. And I have, over 1,000 followers that's why they follow me, is because of this. And so it's around me and it's part of me so much. So then to go to an event where there's people that aren't educated on it and don't know what I'm talking about, and they're just looking at me like, what? I can't have a wheat tortilla? I thought a wheat tortilla was good. It's like, oh. So anyway, you know what it did? And I think the only reason I was supposed to be there was to learn that I'm in the right spot. that I need to help people because we all need to just learn a little bit more. And it's just because I researched it so much, you know, I spent a lot of time, months and months and months researching what worked for me. And then I found the answer. And I have a business page. Hi, Josh. I have a business page on here called Finally the Answer. And because that's the truth, I finally found the answer that worked for me. It makes me feel good and just all over good health for me. And so to me, I'm going to share that. And in my research, 90% of people will benefit from a low carb keto diet. I mean, that's in my opinion. Of course, I'm not a doctor and I always have to say that disclaimer, but I really believe it that much and I'm that passionate about it that it's been my goal to get out there and speak it. So when I'm at this event and I'm realizing that this probably wasn't the right setting for me because it was just a fun craft show. You know, they don't want, you know, Wendy like, whoa, what? So anyway, I had a fun time. I met lots of people. I definitely helped a few people, which made it worth every dime that I put into it, and all the time that I spent there was totally rewarding because I helped one person, two people, whatever. You know, I explained to the one lady about how she was calculating her carbs wrong. And so I explained to her how to do it right. And the other person about how wheat is really it's not better than flour. It's just, you know what I mean? So I just explained these little things and which are very simple in my brain because it's my whole world. But to them, that it was like, oh, and then the light turned on and I was like, okay, I get that. And so I believe full-heartedly that's why I was supposed to be there. And I definitely will do another one. I might not do such a crafty one, but I will definitely do more events. And I'm more interested in doing events where it's educational. So maybe having more private events at, you know, even I could even do one here or do like a 101, Keto 101 and explain keto, explain low carb, explain my products, you know, explain those type of things where you're getting some education where I'm not just, you're walking by my booth and maybe you stop and talk to me and maybe you don't. So I definitely, it was fun. It was fun. It was so out of my element. Not the talking part. And I have lots of friends on here that will vouch for that. I don't have a problem talking. And especially if I'm passionate about something, I'll talk your ear off and probably try to get you to believe me and not believe me, but come around to my way of thinking. I'm pretty good at that. So anyway, so what I wanted to talk about, since this was the number one thing that I saw at this event, was the not understanding sugar and how it is truly the hold of everything. So it's just so addicting, and it really is the number one thing that's killing us, you know, honestly. And so I did, I made some notes prior to this event because it was a live that I really wanted to do. I wanted to do a live on sugar, and a little bit different. I have done a live on sugar before where I was telling you the different kinds of sugars and which ones are good and which ones are bad and that type of thing. But this one is just on sugar and some of the things that you probably should know about it. Okay? So if you're wanting to share this out, I would appreciate it, because the only way we're going to change people and the only way we're going to educate is that you guys have to help me, because I can only do so much. But as everybody shares, so the other day I had like 24 shares, and it was awesome because that means that 24 people that I don't know saw the video, right? So that's what we need to do to educate on whatever the subject I'm talking about. And sometimes it's a subject that maybe you're not interested in, and I don't expect you to share that. But if it is a subject that you think someone will find value in groups or you're on your page or whatever, I really would appreciate it, because it's really the only way, you know. And it was more evident than ever when I was at this event yesterday, and when I was speaking to some people, and it was like, wow, people really just don't know, you know. We're just, you know, our society just doesn't understand it. and we trust doctors and we trust nutritionists and we trust all these people, which I'm not saying that they're all horrible, but I'm saying that we're responsible for our own selves. And so as much research as you can do and as educated as you can get, and not maybe trust your whole well-being to one person, is probably the best way to do that. I had one lady who was definitely helping her husband. He has diabetes, and she was definitely helping him, but she was trusting a nutritionist that was telling her one thing. And not that I agree or disagree with what the nutritionist was telling him, but you have to educate yourself, because you're putting your well-being in the hands of one person. That's never good. You are in charge of your own self, right? All right, throw me some hearts or something, you guys. You're all being so quiet and I'm being so serious. All right, so sugar. All right, let's see. So the one thing that I found on this when I was researching, and this is sickening, is there are 56 different types of words that mean sugar. So our food industry have come up with 56 different words and different ways to hide the word sugar. And so they can hide sugar in everything. And they do that by using these odd names and these. So I don't find the list, unfortunately, as of yet, but I will. And when I find that list, I will share it. But right now, what I do know is there's 56 different words. So when you're out there, I think the number one mistake that we all make, I don't make it anymore, but I used to all the time, is I look at the numbers. Okay, well, the carbs are really low. I'm cool. This is great. I can eat this. Then you go and you look at all those ingredients. And right there is where, I'm at 10%, you guys. I'm going to hurry this up. So there is where you're going to find those secret words, and that means sugar. So just because the carb count is only 2 carbs or 0 carbs or 5 carbs or whatever the number is, that does not mean that it's okay. Go down there, read those words, and make sure that none of those, if you don't understand what the word is, Google it, find out. If it is one of these 56 words that mean sugar, then don't buy it. Okay? That's it. It's that easy. Pop-Tarts. So Pop-Tarts come in a 2-pack, right? And we give them to our kids and we send them off and we tell them go to school and focus and become educated and sit still, okay? So 1 Pop-Tart, there's 2 in each pack. One of them is enough more sugar in that 1 Pop-Tart than the average adult should have for a week in 1 Pop-Tart. That floored me. So, more addictive than cocaine, and you've all heard that, and how addictive sugar is. And what happens is you have this dopamine release when you eat sugar, and it kind of gives you that euphoria. You don't even know it's happening, but it's happening because you're so addicted to it. You have it, and then all of a sudden you have that fun that you feel better. Okay, and then and it just balances out. So you're craving, you're kind of grumpy, you're kind of and you have the sugar and it balances it all out. Your mood's better. All of that's better for about 10 minutes. And that's it. And then all of a sudden it all starts over again. It's just a cycle. And especially if you eat a lot of sugar, if you drink sodas, if you do that, and you crave it just like it was, and it will mess with your mind and talk you into eating it. And you're not even in charge. You don't even know that your body's doing it. Well, okay, I'm going to have that biscuit, or I'm going to have this or that. And it's just this hidden little thing in there because it's the addiction, right? And so you make these poor choices and you're not even in your right mind to do it. So it's crazy what it does to us. And then it puts you on a cycle. So like I was saying, you get this moodiness, you get this crankiness, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden you eat it, you have the euphoria, and then you go back into the cycle. So it's just this ever circle. And then all of a sudden there is all the byproducts of that, the weight gain, the sluggish, the inflammation, the not feeling good, all of that, the not being able to sleep, all of that is the byparts. What am I trying to say? Byparts. My part. Anyway, the effects of the sugar, right? Okay. Let's see. Then you have the crash, of course. So sugar detox is not pleasant. No. And I, of course, I have tons of products that can help with that, of course, but it isn't a pleasant experience and it's not going to be fun, but it's going to be a lot like having the flu, but it's doable. So a lot of times what I tell people is that, they're like, well, I don't want to have the keto flu or I don't want to have the sugar withdrawal. But, there's a balance between you're heavy, you're uncomfortable, you're, even if you're not heavy, you're just addicted to this product and you can't sleep and you are moody and da-da-da-da. What's the difference? You still are having side effects and you're still having bad things happen in your world. So why not just get off the sugar and go through that difficult time that may last for, a day or 2 days, a week, whatever the number is, depending on how hard your addiction is. And what's the difference? Being overweight isn't comfortable. Not being able to sleep, not being able to having so much inflammation that you hurt and your pain, there's joint pain and this and that, that's not comfortable. So what's the difference? So go through the draw, get over with it and move on. And so, of course, you guys all know that I promote keto, but I would promote low carb to anybody. If you're not interested in keto and you don't believe in going back to our native state. I had a lady yesterday tell me that keto was a fad diet. And it's like, well, I'm not sure that that's really true because we are born in ketosis, which is what keto is. You get into ketosis, correct? So how is that a fad diet? If for when we're born and it's our native state, there's nothing fad about that, you guys. So, that's just, there's so many fad diets out there. This isn't a fad diet. This is just the way we all should be doing it, really. That's just what it boils down to. All right, so you don't even know how bad you feel, you guys, right now until you're off of it. I'm hitting this table and shaking that camera. So I think that you don't even realize it because you're in this cycle of you feel bad, you get sugar, you feel better, and then you're up, and then you start feeling bad, and then you're up, and then, you know what I mean? Like this is forever cycle. And so when you get off it, hi Candy, I haven't put you on the text and I didn't send one out today, but I will. I hope you're feeling better too. How's your back? I just meant to ask you that earlier and I forgot. So anyway, once you get off the sugar and you feel the difference, I tell the story over and over and over again about the first day so I was on keto and ketones and I got out of bed and I walked to the bathroom and it didn't hurt. And I was like, what just happened? And that was when I knew that, wow, that's how much food affects my body. And so that sold it for me. And I'm not saying I'm perfect because I went to the baseball game on Friday and there's hot dogs. And you have to have a hot dog at the ball game, right? So I did. And so, yes, then it starts that cycle. So I just, immediately I'm done with that. But that doesn't mean that I don't every once in a while have a hot dog. Come on, you guys, it's baseball. So no one's perfect and that happens. But overall, I know how I feel and I know immediately when I have not been 100% because I feel bad immediately. It's for me because I do eat good and I am in ketosis 90% of the time. When I'm not, I can tell. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit. That's all the notes that I have. There's lots. I could go on for hours about sugar. But I just wanted to hit some, really important parts of it and how slowly weaning yourself off. And if you need help, get in my inbox. I have some things that I can help you to wean you off easier. But also I can just help you through it. If you're not interested in a product, I can definitely, help you be strong. I'll be your strong girl. But I wanted to just educate you a little bit on sugar and then also talk to you about how great my event went and how fun it was and how we need to save the world. So if you can help me with that and share this video, and hi Frasier, and just, you know, if you have any questions, of course, email me, or if you're not already friends with me, follow or touch my nose, send me a friend request, and I can help the best I can to answer any questions that you have. You know, I don't have all the answers, but I kind of think I'm super smart, but I don't know. Yesterday I felt really smart. That was kind of fun. So anyway, I love and appreciate you all, and that's it for Keto Couch tonight. Pretty simple. I've been running and going, and I'm happy to be home and kind of just chill for the rest of the evening, have some dinner, and then I'll be back tomorrow cooking, okay? So I need to come stay a week and learn. Come over anytime. I'll come to your house. Are you kidding me? You live in Bristol. I know where you live. I'm coming to visit you anyway, so. I know I should do like a boot camp or something. I really want to get more, you know, that event was awesome, but I think where my passion would be better is doing more of a 101 and having it definitely designed for explaining the benefits of keto, low carb products, no products, you know, that type of thing. So I kind of think that that's the avenue that I would prefer. Even though, honestly, you guys, I spent, I don't know, a couple $100 on stuff. So that was the bad part of the afternoon. But because there wasn't a ton of people there, you know, we didn't have a lot of traffic. It was great for all the vendors because all of the vendors kind of bought from each other. So everybody made a little bit of money and it worked out great. And there was everything from candles to bras to, you know, I don't know, everything. Mary Kay, and there was a lady there with plants and everything. There was like 100 booths, so it was pretty cool. All right, you guys, that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to cook something amazing, I'm sure. So that's it. Share, share, share. Follow me, ask, or friend request me, whatever. All right, bye.